Today we're harvesting wild onions. Crow just alerted. How merciful and generous is our Father to provide these things for us. But we never want to take all. We always leave some behind. And we always leave a gift for the Creator. Sometimes it's prayer. Well, always prayer, but sometimes offerings of tobacco or other seeds. These will be delicious with eggs later. Sometimes you'll be blessed to find an area with loose, beautiful soil. Where you don't have to hurt your hands. Look at the roots on that. There's my handsome husband over there. Know what I'm talking about him? If you've never smelled wild onions, you just don't know what you're missing.
Also, you'll find a lot by logs, but you want to be careful around logs because snakes like to use them as homes, so be very careful. And again, if you have more time than what we have, you know, when you dig these up, what they call cleaning in the field. I don't know if you can see this. Oh, it's zoomed in, sorry. But it's easier to clean these in the field, so all you gotta do is just kind of take off the growing part, the hair part. Put those in your bag. It saves time for later when you're at the house. And some people like to cook these fresh, which we do too. But you can clean in the field, save time. Okay, I guess a couple more.
As always, we keep our eyes out for any sign of the Predator Bigfoot. No matter what we're doing. can see it pull down. This is a perfect ambush spot for these predators. See a lot of pull downs in this area. Structure. A lot of wildlife comes here. You also harvest the wild onions. But so do the Predator Bigfoot. We always pull downs and blinds here. This is a beautiful, blessed area, but we always have to be mindful of the predators that also come here. Through there, you can see another bow. This is an ambush blind on the other side of this small river. So you never want to get so caught up in the beauty that you don't hear the predators that may be in the area and sneak up with the covering of the water running.
And also be careful of where you're at. Because there are other creatures out here. And those are shadows. But they do have their structures here.
This pull down was here before, but this vine was not. We want you to look and see how it's unwoven in and out. This would trick prey.
Also, these spikes, they've been broken off. Something hit right there, too.
With this game trout right here.
Oh, there is.
Look how it's woven down and around, stretched taut.
Straight down the stem to the spikes and the blockage right there for where they sit.
And right here, this is a giant piece of wood. We found these before. It's huge, huge. And they can hide behind it. We found them before, almost like a coffin lid over a hole by a wood pile where they were stalking a homeowner's property.
And we've walked this trail so many times, but that vine was never there. I mean, recently that log got put there, and now the vine is there this time. And also brush is stacked up right there,
Yeah,
so they can watch down this game trail.
and this is an area where we always find fresh bones. So people bring their horses down here. There's a print in that manure. Look how big the bone right there.
Yep.
And orient you again. That's where the vine and the giant piece of bark is. Crafty devils. Or deer.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a deer. We've never been in this area that we haven't found bones. A beautiful and also treacherous area. Over here is the kettle. Someone stuck it up on a tree. But it was found out here. Always be careful around the swimming holes. Bless you. It's my husband sneezing in the back. He actually sneezes and gets a tickle in his throat and sometimes a pain in his side when the Predator Bigfoot are nearby. For me, I get a very uncomfortable charge up and down my spine and sometimes ear ringing when they're near. Across there is what we call a Bigfoot bridge. Prey will use it, small prey will use it to walk across when they can be ambushed on either side. We're gonna go check out the blind in this area. That we already know is here. That rope is new. All the foliage is down. We don't have all the spring foliage in yet. I want to check this structure. A game trail runs through here. That's the Bigfoot bridge we talk about. This is the structure. You see how this tree fell over here, pushed down. It's a giant pull down here, small country road. Very, very, very little traffic on that road. This is a little swimming hole only known to locals in the area. In the spring and summer, this blind is completely covered in foliage, and it's a perfect place for the Predator Bigfoot to hide and catch prey as it comes across this bridge. Forgive the hands, have been wild onion picking. Here's another blind. A wall that's being created. It will be covered in foliage soon. Creating a fence, and the prey will get trapped here. It's sort of here.
Sometimes when picking wild onions, it reminds me of the military, because you see another patch over there in the military after you, whenever you get a chance to, I can't think of the word, but where you go forward or to advance, you'll get up as quick as you can, run and jump. Oh, there's stickers here. And then you would drop or almost throw your body on the ground. I see some, but they're in a spot where there's a lot of brush and stickers. And they're a root system, so they'll go just so far, then you'll have to turn around and find more. They'll also being a root system, they'll be close to each other, and just get what you need. And like, you don't have to take all of them, take just like maybe 3 or 4 what you need. And I used to pick with my mom, so it's a tradition, and Ella and I are continuing family traditions, and we hope y'all do too out there, especially the stickball players, ceremony keepers, medicine men and women. Continue your traditions. Keep doing what we're supposed to be doing, giving thanks, and not taking all just what we need. Talk to y'all soon. So when you're gathering wild onions, you always have to look, because this with the purple, it's not going to be a wild onion. It's a plant that kind of looks like it, but that purple is a different plant. It looks like wild onion, But wild onions, scrape around here like a bear. Out here is still green here at the bottom. Now you want to get them young, and a lot of pickers are picking right now. So a good way to do it is to, and you can bring one of those little shovel things that digs down, but you have to dig down just a little because the roots are deep. And then you'll pull up your wild onion and wild onion. But it is recommended to not dig every one of them up. You can pull some of the tops. You can pull some of the tops because, see, these are mixed kind of in together and beside each other. These are two different plants. This is that bushy kind of thick wild plant, but these next to it are wild onions. And again, you have to dig deep to get to the bottom, because you want to, because they're, like I said, they're down deep, the onion part. And if there's plenty around, it's okay to take the bulb. But if there's not too many, just take the tops. Just, you can clip those. Just clip those off and just take the tops. They're good too. You can even add some onion that you buy for more crunch, but always leave some so those roots will spread, those vines will spread, and you'll have more next year too. So
here's another blind. A wall that's being created. It will be covered in foliage soon, creating a fence, and the prey will get trapped here. That's sort of here. We're going to go check out the blind in this area. That we already know is here. That rope is new. All the foliage is down. We don't have all the spring foliage in yet. I want to check this structure. A game trail runs through here. That's the Bigfoot bridge we talk about. This is the structure. You see how this tree fell over here. Pushed down. It's a giant pull down here. Small country road. Very, very, very little traffic on that road. This is a little swimming hole only known to locals in the area. In the spring and summer, this blind is completely covered in foliage, and it's a perfect place for the Predator Bigfoot to hide and catch prey as it comes across this bridge. Forgive the hands, have been wild onion picking. This area also gets completely covered. You can see that big branch is not the top of that tree. It's not attached to that tree. None of those other branches are nearly that large, but it's been placed there along with these pull-ups, branches tucked in here and there to create a line that didn't come. He actually sneezes and gets a tickle in his throat and sometimes a pain in his side when the Predator Bigfoot are nearby. For me, I get a very uncomfortable charge up and down my spine and sometimes ear ringing when they're near. Across there is what we call a Bigfoot bridge. Prey will use it, small prey will use it to walk across when they can be ambushed on either side. Over here is the cattle scoop. Someone stuck it up on a tree, but it was found out here. Always be careful around the swimming holes. Bless you. It's my husband sneezing in the back.
There's a print in that.
So people bring their horses down here.
Perfect.
There's a print in that manure. That's a bone. That's a bone right there.
Yep.
And orient you again. That's where the vine and the giant piece of bark is.
Kind of like a dog bone, dog skull.
Or deer.
Yeah, yeah. Could be.
It's a deer. We've never been in this area that we haven't found bones. I found dog, raccoon, possum, deer, armadillo, rabbit, and even cow skulls out here. a beautiful and also a treacherous area.
And also be careful of where you're at. Because there are other creatures out here. And those are shadows. But they do have their structures here. And I was looking for another patch. You can see her over there. And we're just going patch to patch. We're not trying to grab everyone out of here. And again, and if you could bring one of those shovel things, this works better. But a lot of them will be in good soil. And you just go underneath them and shake them out. These are so good when you eat them. And remember, just like a bear or something, just scrape a few things out and you're going to find some more. But of course, I'm not going to go deep in this sticker branch. I'm just going to do the outsides. And there's some more, and there's some more. There's more in there, but I'm going to just get a couple and go to another patch. And there's some here. Not that one, not that one. But that one right there. And like I said, we're under a sticker bush. Some more, some more, some more, some more here. But there's also more over there. And more back there. More back there, all underneath the sticker bush. But be careful. And again, all these plants will be kind of side by side. Some of these kind of look like them, but they're not. These are more of a together oval all the way up. These are spread open, so watch that. And also the roots, you can see the purple. Although some onions do get purple, but it's later. But when you're picking the young ones, they're going to be green and oval all the way up. And you'll know too, because you can, when you dig them up, you'll see the bulb. But also, if you don't, your eyes will burn a little bit if you grab a couple, because onions are onions. All right. And also be careful of where you're at. Because there are other creatures out here. And those are shadows. But they do have their structures here.